Hi you guys, it's Melanie and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. Well, speaking of decorating, I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, eFAVORMART. You guys know I have been a fan of eFAVORMART way before I became an affiliate. I've always said that I feel like that they are the #1 place to purchase event planning, or event decor, such as centerpieces, Five, four, three, two, one. Hi you guys, it's Melanie and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. Well, speaking of decorating and celebrating, in today's video, I am going to show you how to decorate for an event that is honoring a man. I have gotten this question time and time again. Like, Melanie, what do you do for a graduation party or a birthday party and it's a man? Like, what centerpieces do you use? What color do you use? What theme do you use? How do you develop that theme? Well, I am going to answer it in today's video. But before I do, I want to take the opportunity to thank today's sponsor, and that is eFAVORMART. You guys know that I have been a fan of eFAVORMART long before I ever became an affiliate. I really believe in the quality and the prices that they have to offer. They definitely uphold the Lux for Less principles, and that is why I chose to even use them for my husband's birthday party. In my personal opinion, there's no better place to find, beautiful, large-scale centerpieces on a budget than eFAVORMART. It's always my #1 go-to whenever I'm looking for centerpieces for an upcoming wedding or an event, and this is no different. And so as I go through kind of how do you establish an event or a birthday party or something that is honoring a man, definitely take out your pen, your paper, because I'm going to be dropping some nuggets in this video. So let's get started. Tip #1, how do you develop a theme? Let me say this first. A theme does not have to be a theme in terms of a thing, okay? So for example, a theme, it doesn't have to be a basketball theme or a baseball theme or a food theme or, whatever, a circus theme or whatever the case may be. The theme can actually be a color. The theme can actually be a logo. And so what I'm saying is that the theme doesn't have to be apparent or right out. The theme can also be an underlying theme. So for my husband, he wanted to do a sneaker ball, and I've already done a sneaker ball that had like all the sneakers and the Nike signs and all that sort of thing. And I didn't want that for my husband because he's 40 years old. And so I wanted to be able to do the sneaker ball, but in an adult way. And so his underlying theme was the color black. And with that, I just kind of looked at things that he enjoyed to incorporate with that underlying theme of a sneaker ball with the color black. My husband enjoys cologne. My husband enjoys fashion. My husband enjoys music. My husband enjoys, having fun and joking. He enjoys giving. He enjoys eating. And so all of those things came together to incorporate or to bring together or combine this one beautiful theme for his 40th birthday. So with that, I knew that he wanted the color black. So when I looked at #1, linen, I loved velvet. This velvet is absolutely gorgeous. It was the perfect, backdrop for him. Very masculine, very gorgeous. And I just knew that I wanted it to be a part of the event. So this is what we use for the guest table linens. He did not want a guest table for himself, or he didn't want a head table for himself because he wanted to be a part of the party. So it really made it easy for me to design the guest tables really nice. The second theme is, when I was going with the linen, of course, I also thought about like the DJs and the band. You also want to make sure that their linen looks nice as well. So with them, I just went with this stretched spandex to go over their tables. It looked absolutely amazing. This works for both food and bands and gift tables, and I mean whatever else you may have that you may not want to use something super nice on, just pick up this spandex tablecloths, the rectangular ones. You want to make sure you pick up, you know, whatever size you need, whether it's 8 foot or 6 foot or 4 foot. They come in, you know, an array of sizes. So definitely consider the spandex tablecloths, you know, for your tables like that. You know, just your extra tables. Now, I'm just being the extra person that I am. I love glitter. I love glam, and because my outfit was sequins, I just wanted to infuse a little bit of me, not much. And so for the gift table and the dessert table, I use this beautiful sequins fabric, and so that is what I use there. Again, I'm going to link everything down below, so you guys don't have to worry about like, where do I find this, where do I find this? I'm going to link it down below, okay? And then for the ceiling, I wanted to do ceiling drapes, and eFAVORMART has a ceiling kit. I got the black sheer drapes, and you can also use these drapes when you're draping just a regular backdrop. So this is a dual purpose because it does have the curtain rod piece in here as well. So you can use it in the ceiling, or you can use it, you know, for normal drapes. I didn't end up using this one for this particular party because the ceilings were way too high. That's another story for another day, but you guys stay tuned because I will be using it in another event coming to you very, very soon. So that concludes the linen portion of this haul. The biggest key to remember there, or the biggest takeaway for this particular session, is to think about the personality of the man and what he loves, whether it's a satin, whether it's a silk, whether it's a polyester, if he's kind of plain, whether it's a pentuck, whatever that is, you know, think about that and allow that to be the foundation fabric that you use throughout the event. For my husband, it was velvet because he loves things a little bit more lush. He's very fashion forward. I mean, that's just who he is. He's very luxe, okay? And so when I thought about that being my foundational fabric, when I thought about adding in the other accents in fabrics like draping, the actual furniture, pillows, anything that may bring in a texture or a fabric, you want to make sure that that aligns with whatever fabric you've chosen for the actual tablecloth. So with that being said, I found these absolutely amazing, okay, amazing pillow covers on Amazon, and I just thought these were so cute, you guys. Look. And so my friend Rachel, actually you can do this on the Cricut, you guys have seen me do this before, but I just didn't have enough time to do everything because I was a planner and a designer. If you haven't seen that video, go back and watch that one and then come watch this one. I'll link it right there. But my friend Rachel, she used her sublimation printer and printed the logos that we had, and we used this. It was a beautiful fabric. The pillows were 18 by 18, so a very nice size, and we alternated between two different logos, and we used them in black and white and then black and gold, and I just thought they turned out so beautiful. And you guys, guess what? Even though I use this on a sublimation printer, I'm gonna flip this over and do another logo on the other side for another event, okay? And so, yes, these are so adorable. I absolutely love them. And again, that velvet ties into the velvet furniture we had, the velvet table linens that we use, and the list goes on. And so you guys definitely consider that fabric and then how you want to incorporate that into your overall design. Now, the next thing you want to consider is what I was telling you guys about the underlying theme. And so my husband had taken some beautiful photos. He was very fashion forward. This was a sneaker ball. It's going to be all about the shoes and the fashion. And so I knew that I wanted this fashion, kind of a fashion underlying theme, and I cannot thank my graphic designer enough, Brandon. He did an incredible job. Brandon to Be Creative on Instagram. He did an incredible job coming up with all of the logos, and that logo was used on the pillows, it was used on the backdrop, it was used just about anywhere that I could think of because I knew that it would be absolutely beautiful. And so think about how you want to incorporate that, whether it is a logo or some type of artwork, or you know, whatever it is, to kind of allow it to flow from the beginning to the end of your actual event. The next thing I purchased were these black foil curtains. I don't know if you guys have been seeing all of these like drapescapes and things hanging out of the ceiling using the little shimmer, metallic shimmer curtains. Well, I purchased these, and you guys, it was so beautiful. It turned out so great. Adelie did an incredible job putting them together. We used the gold ones inside of the actual instead of the black, but you guys, it just turned out great, and I just could not thank her more because it was just so incredible. Okay, this next piece, you guys, oh my gosh, I loved it so much. Look at this plate. It turned out, oh my gosh, this charger was just beautiful, and it looked so good against the velvet because it was shiny. And so when I use this on the actual, it's called a coral reef, because it's kind of designed like a coral reef. It's called a coral reef charger. I got these on eFAVORMART. You guys, if you just don't want to buy like these for the whole, like all your guests, this is also great for a, you know, head table, bridal party table, special guest tables and things like this. Of course, I wanted it throughout my entire event, and so I got these for every table. Okay, they are so beautiful. I absolutely love them, and I can't wait to be using them in the near future. I think they look great in gold as well, so that's going to be my next investment. I'm going to get those in the color gold. Okay, so I got a little ahead of myself with the charger because let's talk about the tabletop. You know, when you're designing a tabletop for a male, you kind of need to keep that masculine feel going throughout the table. And you guys know I'm like the bling queen. I'm the queen of bling. I love bling. And so I really had to keep that in mind when I was designing his table. Like, how do I add glam? How do I add bling without going too far? And so one of the things that I did was I thought about it in like the cutlery. You know, eFAVORMART has these beautiful modern shaped forks and spoons that you can include, and I just thought that it looked absolutely beautiful against the cutlery. So that was one of the ways I, you know, incorporated that bling without blinging so much, and that was like in the gold and then the sharpness of the actual cutlery. It just turned out beautiful. And another way I incorporated was in the table numbers. And you guys, I actually got these off of Amazon. Could not believe it. This whole thing is acrylic. This is acrylic, that's acrylic, and the actual black portion is acrylic, and it comes with the numbers. I was so ecstatic to find these, OMG, and they look so great. And I'm just knocking it down, of course. And it comes with this little piece you need to actually peel off, and that's probably why it didn't stay in, this little black piece here, because they don't want you to scratch the acrylic before you actually use it. And I am almost there. I'll show you guys as soon as I get it started. There we go. All right, so this piece you just kind of pull off, and it makes it, you know, it's really pretty, shiny, black, and it looked, again, great against that velvet. You want to use gloves when you're putting them on to keep your fingerprints from getting in them, or you can grab it by the side. And you just put it inside of the stand, just like that, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Looked great against the plate. It really popped, and with so much black I was afraid that things wouldn't really pop, but this really popped. So I was really excited that it really popped, because it popped, it popped, it popped. Okay, and so I just thought that looked great. And then I thought about the centerpiece. What did I want it to look like? What did I want it to feel like? And when I saw this, I was like, that's it. Okay, so these were my featured centerpieces on the table. OMG, got these from eFAVORMART. Very weighty, very heavy. Never had it, even though it was outside, these never fell with the wind. It did have a little bit of a bling, but I was okay with that because it was so much black and gold that it was just absolutely gorgeous. And you guys, I just love it. Even the inside of the candle pieces were also gold, and I just absolutely love this as a centerpiece. I love it as a centerpiece for a man. And so I have 2 of these. I'm going to be adding 2 more to my inventory, and I just think they look the bomb.com. Okay, you guys, so another alternative for a centerpiece is this beautiful black candelabra. Now, you guys know I've had this one quite some time, but you can get this one on Amazon. And if you are at a venue that restricts the use of real flames, you can get this flickering candle stick from Amazon as well, and it is also in black. I just think it's the cutest thing in the world, so definitely check those out. Again, I will leave the link to all of this down in the description box below. Also, I added in the black floating candles as well. I got this one from Amazon. They lasted quite some time, and I still have burn time on the ones that I used already. So I love, you know, just adding that pop of color to the clear vases to bring that black back in. It just looked so beautiful in the event that day. Another thing I wanted to kind of share with you guys too is, like, you know, don't be afraid to mix and match fabrics and textures, because initially when I started going with all black, I was really concerned that it was just going to be like, you just couldn't see it. And then I started thinking about, I was like, honey, what kind of, like, what else can I put with this black? Can I put red with it? Can I put, he was like, no, I just want black. And he was like, shiny black, matte black, all kinds of black. You know, there are different shades of black. And when I started looking at it, he was right. Okay, so both of these are black. This is a polyester, this is a satin, but they're both black. And so they really paired well with the velvet linens that I used, and I just could not be more grateful with how everything turned out. So that turned out absolutely incredible. I loved it. The next thing I bought was a personalized Cologne Bar Sign, and I'm going to show it to you guys how I'm storing it. And that is on, and it just says Cologne. And then this one, let me open it up. Oops. I'm sorry, I hit you guys in the face. So this one says Bar. And so these are very easy to store, and I absolutely love, I'm just in love with how it turned out, and I'm just in love with it, okay? Simply put it. Okay, you guys, so once you have all of your elements together, the linen, the centerpieces, the table numbers, the menu cards, your napkins, whatever you're going to use to design your tabletop, design your backdrop, you're going to infuse all of those elements together, but don't forget about him. I knew my husband loved cologne, and I did a custom cologne bar to showcase, you know, his love for it, and it was a huge hit, not only with him, but with all of the guests. And so the key is incorporating pieces of their personality into the design, and you will never miss it. You will not miss it. If you incorporate pieces of them every single place, I promise you, you won't miss it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please let me know down in the comments which tip was your favorite, and if you have any tips that you would like to add to the list so that others can learn as well. So thank you guys again so much for tuning in. If you like content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you will be aware of any time I post a video or go live or post something in our community. I really appreciate your love, your support. You guys mean the world to me. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!